In the shadowy corners of ancient texts, where whispers of the divine mingle with the cries of the human, a story unfolds that challenges the very essence of what we understand as justice, mercy, and the divine will. The narrative of the Levite's concubine, found in the Book of Judges, is a dark and brutal tale that has haunted readers for centuries. It is a story of violence, degradation, and the collapse of moral order, set against the backdrop of a society teetering on the edge of chaos. Yet, within this tale of horror, there lies a moment of profound insight, a glimmer of humanity that shines through the darkness. The narrator's decision to place the most brutal line of the incident in the mouth of the woman's owner, rather than her attackers, is a masterstroke. The Levite, a man who should have been a protector, is instead revealed as a figure of cold, calculated cruelty. His response to the murder of his concubine is not one of grief or compassion, but of rage and retribution. He dismembers her body, sending pieces to each of the tribes of Israel as a call to arms. The tribes respond with a ferocity that matches the Levites, marching against the tribe of Benjamin and committing acts of mass slaughter, wiping out an entire people. The only survivors are a remnant of Benjaminite soldiers, a grim irony that sets the stage for the next chapter of this tragic tale. The tribes vow not to allow their daughters to marry Benjaminites. A part of their reprisal leads to a desperate and horrifying solution. They attack the town of Jabesh, sparing only the virgin girls, who are then given to the Benjaminite survivors to ensure the tribe's continuation. The violence and cruelty of this act are staggering, a stark reminder of the depths to which humanity can sink when driven by vengeance and fear. But the story does not end there. The narrative shifts to the Book of Samuel, a transition that marks a turning point in the biblical narrative. In the opening chapters of I Samuel, we are introduced to a world that, while still fraught with conflict and struggle, begins to show signs of a different kind of humanity. The focus shifts from the brutality of the past to the more nuanced and complex world of human relationships and divine interaction. Elkanah, a man of the tribe of Ephraim, has two wives, Peninnah, who has children, and Hannah, whom he loves deeply but who is barren. Peninnah's resentment of Hannah's childlessness leads to a cycle of mockery and pain, a familiar and timeless human dynamic. Elkanah's response to Hannah's distress is a moment of remarkable tenderness and understanding. His words, "Am the first not more to you than 10 sons," are a breath of fresh air in a narrative dominated by violence and cruelty. This line is a powerful reminder that love and devotion can sometimes transcend the most profound of human losses. Hannah's prayer to the Lord, vowing to dedicate her future son to the service of God if he grants her a child, is a poignant expression of faith and desperation. The God to whom she prays is not the same deity we encounter in the earlier, more violent stories. He is the Lord of hosts, a warrior God, yet one who listens to the cries of the humble and the needy. This fusion of divine attributes, warrior and protector, judge and savior, marks a significant shift in the biblical narrative. The Lord is no longer a distant, impersonal force, but a God who is deeply involved in the lives of his people, a God who cares for the lowly and the forgotten. Hannah's prayer is answered, and she gives birth to Samuel, a child who will play a crucial role in the history of Israel. Samuel's birth is a turning point, a symbol of hope and renewal in a world that has been ravaged by violence and despair. His dedication to the service of God sets the stage for a new era in Israel's history, one marked by the rise of the monarchy and the establishment of a more structured and organized society. The story of Saul, Israel's first king, is a complex and tragic tale that further explores the themes of divine favor and human fallibility. Saul's downfall is a result of his failure to execute the Lord's command to utterly destroy the Amalekites, a command that is both brutal and uncompromising. Saul's mercy, shown to the Amalekite king and the best of the sheep and cattle, is seen as a sin by God, leading to the withdrawal of divine favor and the rise of David as Israel's new king. David's lament for Saul and Jonathan, found in Romans 2 Samuel, is a powerful expression of human grief and loss. The lines, "How have the mighty fallen in the thick of battle, Jonathan, slain on your heights. I grieve for you, my brother Jonathan, you were most dear to me," are a poignant reminder of the deep bonds of friendship and loyalty that can exist even in the midst of conflict and turmoil. This lament, with its focus on human emotion and relationships, stands in stark contrast to the more divine-centric narratives that dominate much of the biblical text. In the end, the stories of the Levite's concubine, Hannah, and Saul and David paint a picture of a world that is both brutal and beautiful, a world where the divine and the human intersect in complex and often unpredictable ways. These narratives challenge us to confront the dark and light aspects of human nature, to question the nature of justice and mercy, and to consider the role of the divine in our lives. The conclusion of this video is simple. The Bible, in all its complexity and contradiction, is a mirror that reflects the human condition in all its glory and all its horror. It is a testament to the enduring struggle between the forces of darkness and light, a struggle that continues to shape our world today.